Hi, I'm Jeremy Crosby.
And I'm Nick Boucher. We're your hosts for the program that's all about your city, Talking Fitchburg.
Every weekday, we pull together the news, events, and information you need to stay on top of what's happening in the city of Fitchburg.
Find Talking Fitchburg on cable TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our live stream on the web. Plus, you can find all our headlines and stories on Facebook, YouTube, and our video on demand service. This is your city.
Keep up with Talking Fitchburg and the issues affecting you and your neighbors.
Want to know what's happening in your city? Get Notify Me messages from the City of Fitchburg. Visit fitchburgwi.gov on your computer or mobile device and select the big Notify Me button on the left. Enter your email and/or phone number, whichever is best for you to get notifications. Scroll down the list and select all the topics you're interested in to receive email or text messages about. You'll be notified every time one of your topics is updated. Sign up for Notify Me, one more way to keep up with your Fitchburg government.
Okay, good morning everyone and welcome to the April 9th Commission on Aging Well. Right now we'll start off with the approval of the minutes from our March meeting. Are there any additions or deletions? If not, can I have a motion to approve?
I would move to approve as submitted.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? No? So we're moving right into number 4, our agenda items, and we can welcome Ross from the Transportation Department. Welcome, Ross.
Thank you.
Who's going to give us an update on transportation. Jill, is there anything else you want to tee up?
Nope, I'm just
regarding that?
grateful that Ross came today. I know that, there's been a lot of talk about different routes and some paratransit being more accessible to City Hall. So now that we're at this point in the year, I thought it'd be great to get an update on that.
Yeah. I'm Ross Kaler with the Public Works Department. I'm the City of Fitchburg's transportation engineer, so nice to meet all of you. I can start off with transit projects, and then if there's any questions about other public works construction, I can kind of field those questions as well. So, like Jill mentioned, we've been talking about the Route 65, 75, and B, both route extensions, like the length of the route, and then the hours that those routes are available. So we discussed these route extensions with Metro Transit, who provides all the transit for Fitchburg, in 2025, and then based on those discussions, the city budgeted for those route extensions for 2026, for this year. In February of this year, Metro informed the city of Fitchburg that those service extensions were not going to be possible in 2026. So there's been a lot of turnover at the kind of management level of Metro, and then also they've had some issues with bus availability on their current routes. So based on those few things, they don't want to expand service to a level that they feel they can't provide a good level of service when they're already struggling a little bit on their current level of service. So I don't know if any of you saw in the news, Metro Transit's $6-point-something million budget deficit that the city of Madison had to kind of fill in for that. So that was another one of the things that they cited when we had that discussion in February. But based off of that, all those things, Metro Transit is creating what they're calling report cards, and they're going to share those report cards with all of their partner municipalities, of which the city of Fitchburg is one of them, to kind of quantify those issues and give themselves a grade on, bus availability, on-time service, all that kind of stuff, and then also come up with ways to address those issues where they might feel like they're falling short. So we haven't received those report cards yet, but we're supposed to get them sometime this month. And then once we get them, myself and Metro Transit will be presenting at probably a common council meeting. So you can look forward to that discussion whenever it happens.
Ross, if we can back up to the route extensions,
Yeah.
have they been delayed a year or indefinitely or canceled completely, or what's their status?
So right now they are delayed and we don't have a solid timeline for implementing them. So my hope is that we get them in 2027, but like I said, I don't have a solid date from Metro on
Okay,
when
but
they
they haven't
feel.
gone away completely then?
No, they haven't. These are still kind of the top of my transit priority list that I'm still pushing Metro to get these expansions completed. So, and I guess for some more context, I'll just kind of provide where these routes were going to expand to. So the 65 and the 75, both of those are basically commuter only routes right now. So they run from about 5:30 a.m. to 8-ish a.m. And then they run from 4 p.m. to about 6 p.m. So during the middle of the day or at night, you can't use them. We would be expanding those to all day service. So in the commuter times, they would run every 30 minutes, and then the rest of the day, they would run every hour.
And where are those routes? What?
Right. So the 65 goes from City Hall, it goes out to Terra Vesa, and then up MM and into Madison, and ends up over at the University Hospital. So it goes in kind of a C shape, kind of all the way through Fitchburg and Madison. And then the 75 goes from Capitol Square and it makes its way down to Fish Hatchery, Park Street, and then Fish Hatchery, and then goes down McKee to Epic. So Epic funds part of that route. That's why it goes all the way out to Verona. And
may I ask a question?
yeah,
I'm just curious. Do you have any idea how long those runs take?
so the 65 from end to end is about 90 minutes, if I remember correctly. Okay. And the 75 is probably slightly shorter than that, just because there aren't as many stops. But they're both really long routes, and not very many people are taking them all the way from one end to the other.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. And so for the 65, we would also be getting basically an extension up from City Hall to McKee Road. So it would meet up with the end of the B route. So then you'd be able to transfer from the B to the 65 or vice versa and get north-south in Fitchburg. And then the B would extend one stop to the south, because currently it stops at Pick and Save in Triverton, or north of Triverton Pike. So it would extend down to McKee and Triverton stop. So, but yeah, so like I said, we're hoping to get those in 2027, and we'll kind of see where that goes once we get those Metro report cards.
Ross, do you have any idea, rather off the record, well, we're not off the record, but why is Metro running such a substantial deficit? Is it ridership or?
So as far as the actual budget numbers go, I'm not 100% sure. I think ridership is up since the route redesign that they did in 2024 and with the BRT east-west starting, ridership of the system as a whole is up. So I don't necessarily think it's ridership, but they have had increases in staffing costs just because of wages going up and cost for repair parts for buses and everything like that is just going up with inflation, unfortunately.
Was there a deficit the previous year? Or the previous years? I can't recall.
I don't, it was not publicized as widely. If there was, I'm not sure.
So if the city had budgeted or allocated money for this, was that money allocated not covering all of the costs to expand those routes? Because it seems like that's a revenue for Metro if the city's gonna pay for that expansion, or it just doesn't equate to them, it's not still worth it to them?
I guess you're asking why wouldn't what we budgeted
Right,
cover
is it covering the
everything?
whole cost
Right.
that it would, entice them to do that, or it's just doesn't balance out well?
Yeah, so what the city of Fitchburg budgeted would cover all of the expenses for
The expansion?
the city of Madison. It's not like they're taking on
Right,
extra cost on
Right.
top of that.
right.
We have to pay for every bus hour that we use.
How much is that, if I can ask?
Per year?
No, per hour.
Per hour, it's about $150.
Okay.
I think this year it's 151 and some cents.
Okay.
So our contract has a little increase every year.
Mhm.
But yeah, so yes, our cost would cover everything that the city of Madison would provide to us,
Mhm.
but they just don't have enough drivers and mechanics and stuff like that to provide more buses. So basically every hour we ask them to provide is, more buses and more driver time that they have to spend on the road. And if they're having trouble providing enough buses for their current routes, they don't feel that they can provide more.
Got it.
So, and it's not just Fitchburg that they're saying this to. All the partner municipalities are not able to expand service right now, and the city of Madison is not expanding service in their city either.
Is there any, I don't want to say competitors, but other organizations out there that supplement this, that you see other communities use?
So, as far as other communities, no. The city of Monona this year, I think it was end of last year and then going into 2026, they stopped providing the Monona flyer and went completely onto Metro Transit.
Same with Sun Prairie a while back, right?
Right. So basically all these partner communities are getting out of their own transit service and tacking on to Metro.
Mhm.
So it's by far the least amount of staff effort required for Fitchburg
Mhm.
to go with Metro. Like
Sure,
if we had our own
right,
transit service, we'd need
Yeah.
several more staff
Right.
members just kind of at my level, let alone
Just-
drivers and
right.
mechanics and owning our own
right,
buses
Right,
and
right.
stuff like that.
yeah,
So
disappointing.
Yeah. You have any good news?
Yeah.
we can go into BRT.
As well.
So yeah, BRT, bus rapid transit. So that will basically be a change to the current B route, which goes up Fish Hatchery basically in Fitchburg. So construction on that is going to start in 2028. So that will have side running stations along Fish Hatchery Road, one at Greenway Cross, one at Post Road, and one at High Ridge on Fish Hatchery. So there will be a northbound station and a southbound station at both of those, at all three of those locations. And then it will go into Hatchery Hill, and it'll stop on Cahill, Maine. That will be a center running station right by the park in there. So that station will be in the middle of the road and kind of like the BRT stations downtown or on like Mineral Point, those areas. Then it will kind of go back out onto Fish Hatchery and down to Triverton Pike and McKee, and that'll be where the end of the line there is, and it'll have an electric charger for the bus at that location. So construction will start in 2028, and we're looking forward to that. That'll be service every 15 minutes all along that route.
And where's that route go?
It goes basically all the way up to like the Northport area. So it goes all the way to the north side of Madison through like the Isthmus and Capitol
Just
Square.
with limited stops?
There's stops about every half mile.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's less, there's less stops than on a regular bus route, but it's faster service.
But it won't go all the way to the airport?
It does not go to the airport, correct. You would have to do a transfer.
You'd be late for your plane.
So,
I would not.
so if construction starts in 2028, will it take the entire year, 6 months? What's the projection of when the routes will be active?
So construction in Fitchburg will take about a construction season, which is like May to October. The B route will still be operating during that time at its normal stops. And we already have 15-minute service on the B route right now. And then, so Fitchburg construction will be in 2028, and then Madison construction will be over either 1 or 2 years in 2029 and 2030. So they still have to kind of figure out their construction timeline along with Park Street and John Nolan.
So the entire route's going to be changed?
So the John Nolan Drive project is a separate construction project.
Right.
But with BRT, the city of Madison is reconstructing Park Street, and they don't want to shut down Park Street and John Nolan at the same time. So they have to sync up BRT construction with Park Street, and then Park Street has to be at a different year than John Nolan.
And how about any coordination between road construction and either private construction kinds of projects? We saw sign under construction, and then there were pretty substantial new residential construction at the same time. How is all of that coordinated?
So basically through the Public Works Department. So like you said, with the Syene project, there was apartment construction kind of on our detour route, or the route for a lot of those residents out of that construction zone. But that's, yeah. And that was, we did consider that before that construction project started, and then during construction it ended up being a bigger headache than we had anticipated. So we do try to coordinate all of that, but we also can't necessarily tell a building project, an apartment construction project, no, you can't build this year because we're doing our thing over here. So it's difficult. We try.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Ross, can you address planned improvements for Lacey Road and Fitch-Rona Road? I've heard there's going to be some significant work done in that on those corridors. Can you address that?
Yeah. So Lacey Road from Fish Hatchery to Seminole Highway is kind of the last section of Lacey that still needs to be repaved. We're going to do that in 2028 at this point. That will be a resurfacing project, which basically means we take up the asphalt and then put new asphalt down. We won't be doing any major changes to like turn lanes or widening or narrowing the road or anything like that. The biggest thing we'll be doing there is there's kind of flat concrete areas in the middle of the road in some places. We're planning on raising those to be full height islands just to kind of calm traffic a little bit and slow things down.
So that's Lacey, 2028.
Yes.
And then what about Fitchburg?
So Fitchburg, we are going to be going out to bid for that in about a week, and that will be 2026 and 2027 construction. So that's all the way from Tonto Trail to the south, which is, Tonto Trail is not a Fitchburg road, it's a Town of Verona road. And then it goes all the way up to Nesbit, so past the 18 and 151 bridges up to like the Bavaria sausage shop up there. So there will be a roundabout at Fitchburg and Lacey. There will be a bike path or a multi-use path on the east side of the road, on the Fitchburg side. It'll go all the way from Lacey up to Nesbit. There's already kind of a path around that roundabout. It'll link up to that path. We're redoing kind of the entrance to the Quarry Ridge Bike Park. It'll have a nice entrance and exit onto the bike path, and there will be a lot of storm sewer work with that road project, because I'm sure all of you have seen Fitchburg Road flood before. So we're doing a lot of storm sewer work and work on Goose Lake to make sure that the flooding does not happen nearly as often. So, not saying it won't ever flood again, but yeah.
One more question about these routes.
Yeah.
When Fitchburg proposes this, does it all happen at once, or do they phase them in? Like, is there any, like, oh, can you just do 65 first if you have enough staffing? Like, prioritize? Because that would be the one that would bring Metro Plus to campus and allow more people to come to campus.
Yeah, so originally we were asking for all of this at once. We were saying, hey, in August of 2026, can we just have this new service? It kind of all comes as a package for Fitchburg. And now we are asking for like a priority list where the 65 hours expansion is the first thing.
Oh, good.
Then the 65 route expansion, taking it up to McKee Road, and then the 75, and then the B, and then the 75.
Okay.
So that hasn't really changed anything in Metro's mind, but we are asking for the 65 stuff first now.
Thank you. Okay.
Anything else for Ross? Thank you, Ross. Your plate is very full.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, it's getting into the busy season and construction time, so we'll keep working on stuff. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much
Thank you.
for
This
coming.
morning.
Okay, friends report?
Okay, as you came in, I hope you noticed the pancake breakfast signs. They're out and about all the neighborhoods, and with all our efforts to put them out, I'd like to think that people saw them. The breakfast is set for Sunday, April 19th, and everybody is welcome. We've been putting a lot of our group activity into getting things set up and such that they'll run smoothly when the time occurs. Also, the Friends are hosting a travel show on April 14th, next Tuesday, in the Prairie Room of the Senior Center. That's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so you're welcome to attend to see what travel opportunities are available, still with 2026, but also 2027. That will be hosted by Mayflower as well as the Friends. Otherwise, we're supporting the Senior Center with a new television and necessary cabling to set it up and make it work. Any thoughts on when that's going to happen?
He's going to get back to me. So that they're covering the cost of the larger TVs. So
In the dining room?
yeah, we'll get rid of the smaller ones. So then there's, it balances out well. They're the same age. They're through the same company. So if there's any issues, so far they'll have that bigger screen. It's sharp. The sound is great. So it's really a big upgrade in the dining room. So thank you to the Friends, because that was not part of the first CIP package. So we spent all that money. So thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. And also, we are supplying some gift cards or financing some gift cards for the bingo night. And when's the bingo night?
It's bingo day. April 30th.
That made me nervous for a minute.
Yeah. That would be a casino night, and that maybe another year. The 30th, April 30th.
Okay.
From 12:30 to 1:30 is bingo, but people can come for lunch at 12, and then stay for bingo. So yeah.
Okay, and that's it for our report.
Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Good morning. I haven't seen any signs about the pancake breakfast. Now, granted, I live far out. Noble and Fahey Road is the closest intersection probably to me. But even going back all the way to Lacey and over to, from Fish Hatchery over to, what is that, McKee? No, Syene. There are no signs in this area. And I know, like you said, you're trying to get them out and that's work, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a missed opportunity. And maybe that's something you all can maybe figure out for next year, how to get into this area. It's about a 3 to 5 year old community. And I'm really trying to get information about the senior center in general out to the seniors I see around here. But yeah, there's no information about the pancake breakfast. And there's tons of families out here too.
Okay, we've got a cluster of the signs around our campus here. And I know I, for one, put one out at the entrance to McGaw Park. But another group was supposed to continue with the Swan Creek neighborhood, you know, down far south as Lacey Road. They had a bit of a problem in that one of the crew members had to undergo bypass surgery. So should be out by now. We tried to put them all out last Thursday and Friday. But I'll take a note of that, you know, if they're not there this year, they should be next year.
Okay, I didn't expect you to do it this year. It's kind of late, but like I said, there's a whole community over here. And McGaw Park, I've seen that one. That's the only one I see though in this area. So, and I'm about a mile from McGaw Park. So, thank you.
Okay, thank you for pointing that out.
Jill, outreach update?
Okay, well, just to kind of piggyback on the celebrity bingo, just to make an announcement publicly that, you know, the Friends are working on a big event on April 30th, and it's open to everybody. And we have Kyrion Lee from Channel 3, who's going to be our celebrity caller. We'll have prizes and giveaways, and hoping to get a lot of folks to come and attend. So just want to make that announcement. Just to update, the capital improvement plan was due maybe a couple days ago. Based on the redesign and the construction to City Hall and the community center, I didn't put any equipment or anything in. I still have money in the capital improvement plan to replace the dining room tables and chairs, but it came in way over budget, so we're kind of starting back again, looking at some different options for that. So luckily that money does carry over, but the longer you wait, the cost goes up the longer I put it off. But I am working with the furniture company, so we do have that. We just wanted to mention we served 160 people for free tax help this year with AARP, which is such a great program. Happened every Friday, February through last week. So just grateful to AARP for providing that service at our location. Newsletters moving up. We've got a 16-page newsletter right now, and we have some more advertisers that want to advertise. So LPI approached us, and wanted to know if we could expand to 20 pages. We're gonna try it. It's a lot of content in here. It's a lot to fill, but what it does give us is an opportunity to do one-page flyers for no cost. So you can just, any big event coming up, had I known celebrity, at that point, we could have put celebrity bingo in here for April. We didn't know that back then, but anyway, so we're gonna give it a try. It does make a little bit more work for Dave, but we should be getting quite a check from LPI, because once they cover the cost of all this printing from the advertisers, we'll get money back. And so we are expecting some money back, and not a small amount, I think, over 3,000. So that's going really well, but we'll give that a try and get some feedback. And people are like, this is just too much stuff. It's too much to go through. We'll see.
Has the circulation gone up?
Well, we're up to about 2,000 shooting in their inbox, which is a huge milestone. We still print about 900 and get rid of them pretty regularly, so we're about the same in the circulation. Let's see. Another new program in here is called My Life, My Story, which is going to be kind of cool. It comes from the VA. It's a program that they worked with veterans to write their stories, volunteers, and they're moving it into the community. So Dave's been working with somebody that's done it at the VA. We've recruited. Well, you're going to be a volunteer. Can you speak to that more? Because you were at the training.
Well, it's not the same as the VA. It's a takeoff on the VA program, which would be really pairing writers with people who want to tell their life story, but maybe don't know how to write it or can't write it, and so depending on their purpose for writing this story, it might be to share an event or story about something that happened to them in their life with their family. It might be for them to describe an illness so that they would be able to work better with their healthcare provider. It might be
So it could be anything.
It really could just be whatever it's going to depend on volunteers from the senior community. And then they would be paired up with writers. And I think there were 8 or 9 people at that training.
Yeah.
And whether they all decide to continue on at this point is another matter.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that's a nice opportunity for a lot of older adults. And we'll work through the social workers to partner people up that maybe are more isolated, and that would just really benefit from sharing a story.
The training was really good. And there were people who had experience with the My Life, My Story as well.
That's great.
And part of the training was to listen to a VA story, one of the, and then and it was really good. It was helpful. And so we'll just see. It really now depends on
getting some people, right?
Anybody wants to do it.
Yeah.
Wants to tell their story.
It's usual. There are more volunteers than participants in some of these things.
We started our Saturday urban line dancing class 2 weeks ago. Oh, Barb was there too. Very fun, very great group, and it's Saturday mornings, and so that goes on a few more weeks, and I think we're going to try to get that momentum going and do another Saturday class.
It was huge.
It was a huge group. We had 25 is about max, and we had 25 sign up, and it was just a lot of fun. I missed
She's
last
great.
week, and she's a wonderful,
really good instructor.
So that's kind of fun, and we're also going to try an evening program. 5:30 to 6:30, starting in June. So just kind of fun, a little bit different, and kind of ties into our outreach as well. So
I think Saturday morning is an opportunity to explore.
Yeah, for sure, because that many people showed up and liked it. So let's see, the room fee that we had made a motion on got referred out to City Council, or will get referred out Tuesday. It's going to get referred out to Finance. It's going to get referred out to Parks just at this point, because any room fees, any scheduled fees for the building has always gone through the Parks and Rec Board. And just because we're still kind of transitioning I am gonna take it to them just to educate them about that, even though that room will never be available to the public right now. It's just a small wellness room with the washer and dryer and stuff. So anyway, it won't come back to this board until May. So it's out there being referred. Otherwise, with the role, I did change my title on my email response to Recreation and Community Services Director, because I think it was getting confusing when I was working with H&I stuff, and it's an interesting transition. It's hard to say I'm not a senior center director, but just slowly, stepping into that role. Last night, Donald, he serves on the H&I committee. We awarded some grants. That was my first experience with that, going through the grant process. I think in 2017, this program started where the city began allocating money to nonprofits to support communities, neighborhoods that were identified and qualified for H&I Healthy Neighborhood Initiative status. And so just working with these nonprofits to provide things that we can't really provide. I don't, Donald, do you have any more to add about H&I?
No, you pretty much summed it up pretty well on kind of what it is. I just think we're gonna, when this was started, it probably wasn't anticipated that it would grow as much as it did, and the city experiences such exponential growth in a short amount of time that it has. So I think in the future, we'll see and have more conversations around kind of how H&I develops, including our grant process and some of the other activities and resources that we are providing in these healthy neighborhoods.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And Recreation, just if anyone's interested, they've got this beautiful program out right now. It's online. I had to make some copies, grandkids, families, really a lot of awesome programs. So working with them as well to make sure we're meeting the needs of the whole community. So they'll be hiring all their summer staff right now to kick in these programs starting in June. And let's see, other than that, I think that's it.
What is the progress of the computer help resources we have here?
Oh, yeah.
Are people taking advantage of that?
Oh, yeah. We have two, Callie and another young man from the university, and they are usually here Thursdays and Fridays, I think, and it's just a drop-in. I don't think Callie's here this week. I don't know which day she's here, but anyway, yeah, it's just ongoing. We don't take appointments, but people, yep, I see them in the corners working with people all the time, so it's really a nice opportunity to get a little help.
And we're not unique with that. There are other senior centers that have computer help.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd like to say we're unique, but not in that sense. Not with that
in
one.
our own minds.
Yeah.
And are they compensated, or is that part of a service expectation?
No, they're just volunteers. I don't want to say just volunteers, they're volunteering their time.
Volunteering.
Yeah.
Bless them.
Yeah, we have another one too, Hannah, and she comes and goes because she's got a busy schedule. So it's been really nice though. Yeah, and then we're working with some med students too that will be, we've always been working with med students once a semester to do a program, second year, third year med students. So they'll be doing a program, I think in June. So yeah, it's really nice to work with younger folks, and expose them to the center. I think, it's a win-win. So, yeah.
So you combine your outreach with your report?
Yeah, I wanted to do an outreach update just because we will have a working meeting on the 22nd where we can really fine-tune some of the things for Celebrity Bingo on the 30th. But I thought it would just be nice to give an update about where we are because we have our outreach event at the Limerick next week on the 16th. And so just to go through a few things, particularly the prizes that we've gotten so far, and thank you to all of you that have gone out and solicited donations. We've got two $20 gift certificates for me and Julio. We've got the Great Dane gift certificate. Well, how much is that for?
$50.
50. We've got the Culver's Value Basket coupons.
Yep.
We've got 25 from Quibby's Grove. We have chocolate shop coins for scoops of ice cream. We've got five $10 gift cards from Quick Trip. The Friends is donated money to get gift certificates, $50 to get gift certificates at Dollar Store. And I think that's it that I have recorded. Does anybody have anything else I'm forgetting? So we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I think we're doing really well.
Jill, what is the date and time of this event? Sorry.
No, that's okay. It's Thursday, April 30th, and bingo will start at 12:30. But Kyrian, I would assume, would come earlier.
I've offered her, I've suggested
Lunch,
she come.
yeah, so a lot of people will be here for lunch too at noon, just because the transportation will bring them over. And so we're going out to the Limerick to promote this event, particularly to the Limerick, next week on Thursday.
Is it
2, what is it?
2 to 3.
Thank you. I know we've gone back and forth. 2 to 3, we're gonna do some outreach at the Limerick. And so I think that I'm gonna order the food and snacks on Monday from Hy-Vee. Donna's going over today
I am.
to post
That's my next stop.
the invites to come down.
Put them on the door.
Yeah, to the community room. We got a new bingo cage and bingo cards, and it's gonna be fancy, so really looking forward to it.
And Kyrian has made it clear that she does not feel comfortable speaking Spanish.
Oh, right,
So we've
right.
got a Spanish translation.
We do. Giannis speaks Spanish, and he is happy to be a part of the event. So he will be, translating in Spanish too. So yeah, I think that we're moving along. I think it's going to be a great day. I'm really excited about it. So that I just wanted to touch base in case there was gifts I was missing or things that might be still coming in. But I think we're pretty set. And again, the working meeting is on the 22nd. We're getting close to our year-long outreach wrap up. So yeah, and one more thing I did want to mention, I'm sorry, we didn't hear about this until last week, but this is for the general public too, that the American Red Cross is working with the Fitchburg Fire Department to install free fire alarms and do fire safety plans. So you can call them to sign up. We're working, with our social workers as well. But if you know anybody who needs a fire alarm installed, check this out, call us. Well, yeah, it's a really great program. I wish, some organizations don't realize how far in advance we need information to put it out, but so we just got this. So share the good word if you know somebody who needs even a fire safety plan. It's a good idea. So I think that is my last announcement.
Okay. Is there anything else that anybody would like to bring up?
Then your term's up. You want to mention your term? Huh?
You can go ahead.
So Janice and Charles' terms are up. This would be their last meeting. Janice has agreed to sign on for another term, and Charles is going to step away on.
June 15th.
He graciously, so the terms are up now. Charles is going to stay on until June 15th because we don't have anybody to fill his spot yet. I know. So we just want to thank you. You've been a great addition. I mean, we'll see you the next couple meetings, but if we did find a candidate between now and May, we would appoint them, and so Charles would step back. But until that time, he'll serve until June 15th. And so just to publicly thank Charles for being a part of the committee. You brought a lot of value. I enjoyed getting to know you, and now he won't be a stranger to the center. So yeah, I want to make that announcement.
Okay, if there's nothing else, a motion to adjourn. Our next meeting is May 14th. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I so move.
And we have a second.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? We're done. Thank you.